Hello everyone. Today we have come to nourish the mind with wisdom so that we may awaken to the truth of the mind. We have a mind, yet we do not truly know it. We do not realize that we are the life element, formless, empty, utterly pure. It is the primal element from which all things arise. Within this life element, there is no movement. It is seamlessly one with the emptiness of the infinite cosmos. This pure element neither comes nor goes. It has never been born, and it will never perish. It is truly the immortal element, the 0 point. Here there is no time, no distance, no dimension. The dimension of material elements is what we call the 3 dimensions. The dimension of space, the dimension of time, and many other dimensions of conditioned energy waves. All these are formed from the primal element, and we ourselves are that primal element. This kind of knowing, no one in the world explains or points out for us to learn. Here, I do not mean that there is some being or individual self who goes to learn. I am speaking of the mind's own wish to know. The knowledge of awakening to the mind is something about which I have no doubt. Before awakening to the mind, I was just like everyone else in this world, except perhaps for one thing. From childhood, I carried certain questions. Why were we born? How did we come to dwell in this body? When this body dies, where will we be? From a young age, I also experienced recurring visions. They began when I was seriously ill, in shock, hovering between survival and death. In those moments, a vision would appear to me. This happened 4 times. The first when I was very young, about 3 or 4 years old, the second in primary school, around 7, the third as an adult, approaching the age of 30, and the last just before awakening to the mind. In the vision, I was alone in this world. The first time, I was a small child, around 4 years old, not yet in school. I sat alone in this world, which contained nothing but earth and sky. The sky was clear, with no clouds. There were no trees, no buildings, no animals, no people, just a barren world. It was like the moon, but not the moon. It was the earth. I could only cry, feeling deeply afraid of this image. It haunted me inside because there was no one at all. The second time was when I was in primary school, around 7 years old. Again, I was seriously ill, in shock, and the same vision came. This time, I was a little bigger, and I tried to run, searching for a way out, but wherever I went, there was only earth and sky, nothing else. The ground was bare, the fear returned, just as strong. The vision would arise and then dissolve, leaving no clear memory, only a deep, hidden knowing that would appear for a moment and vanish on its own. I could not remember exactly what it was, but I knew it was something I feared intensely. It was as if this image became a knot buried deep within, a lingering dread of that emptiness. As I grew older, I began to study and search for a way to be free from suffering. At that time, I didn't really know much. I was just beginning to explore how to end suffering. Back then, I practiced sitting meditation, as people in the world commonly do. When I sat, that same vision appeared again. This time, being grown, I ran around the entire world, determined to find a way out. But I could not escape. Everywhere was the same, only earth and sky with nothing else at all. It was not as frightening as when I was a child, but the fear was still there. Then it faded away, appearing and disappearing. I paid no attention to it and soon forgot. It was a knowing that did not turn into a memory to be examined or pondered. It was simply a vision that arose and then dissolved on its own. I didn't concern myself with it, as it left nothing behind to recall. 5 years later, I continued my search for liberation from suffering. Eventually, I reached the point where I wanted to commit to this path seriously, to leave everything else behind. Again, I practiced meditation, just as before, but gained nothing special from it. I had tried all the methods taught in the world. Each time I sat, the same thing happened. It would arise again. This pattern continued over and over. The fourth time the vision appeared. Once again I found myself running around the world, trying to find an exit, but there was none. By then, after much study, I no longer felt the same fear as in childhood. It had lessened. When I could not escape, I resolved to sit in meditation, as I mentioned before. This world was nothing but earth and a clear sky. No trees, no buildings, no people, no living creatures. It was like the moon, utterly empty. I sat in meditation and willed myself to rise. In that moment, the mind told me to sit so that I could leave this world. So I sat, and I rose up, floating higher, until I left the world behind. From above, I looked down and saw that this world was utterly without value. There was nothing of worth in it at all. Then the vision loosened its hold and dissolved completely. I forgot it as it vanished, just like that. It was as if it appeared simply to be known, then disappeared with no lingering thought about what had happened or why. Nothing at all. It was simply something that appeared to be known and then dissolved away. I did not give it any special attention either. This was my background, and only later did I come to realize, after I began serious study and turned inward, that I understood. What I truly wish is to help liberate all beings, leaving none bound. For me, this world is empty. After awakening to the mind and coming to know the Dhamma element, the primal element from which all things arise, which is our very own mind, I saw clearly that we have never truly been born into this world. Yet, through not knowing, we became lost in what is not ours. In truth, the way back to our primal element is very simple, not difficult at all. It is simply a matter of listening to the talks on awakening to the mind that I have recorded on the Panya Vimutti channel. Listen often. Anyone can awaken to the mind. Children, the elderly, the disabled, women, men, people of all genders, ages, classes, statuses, beliefs, religions, nations, races, and countries. All can hear and awaken to the mind, the formless life element within us. I speak here from the perspective of our shared humanity. From the perspective of the pure element, however, there is nothing to be done. We simply incline the mind to listen and keep understanding, without using the brain, without thinking, without memorizing. Our only task is to incline and let the mind absorb. The nature of our mind is already utterly pure. It only wishes to know its own nature. That is all. For the mind to know its own nature, it must create a tool, what we call the formation of mental fabrications. Can you understand this? Imagine erasing the entire universe, all the stars, the sun, black holes, darkness, light, erase them all until nothing remains. What is left is a clear emptiness within the belly of the cosmos, a cosmos that, in truth, is no longer there. This is the beginning, the pure, clear emptiness of the primal element. This primal element cannot know itself. Can you picture this? This clear, pure emptiness cannot know its own nature. We are one with this element, except that we are the life element, and this life element has no form. For us to truly know what we are, we must create form. Do you understand this? It is as if we have no form. We are a formless, clear, pure nature, and in that state we cannot know ourselves. In order to know itself, this nature must create form. At the very beginning, we create a receptive faculty, a knowing nature that becomes like a misty veil, a bubble enclosing itself. This veil must be formed to surround itself, like a bubble. The nature of our mind, the life element, is the primal element. It can bring forth all things, including all forms of suffering. It is supreme, It is the chief. All is accomplished through the mind. When our pure element, our life element, wishes to know all things, it must create a form like a bubble to enclose itself. This is what I call the formation of mental fabrications, wrapping itself within its own creation. This enclosing appearance I call a bubble, like a wave of energy, an energy field encasing itself. To make the image clearer, imagine zooming into the smallest particle within our cells or within any material element. If we zoom in far enough, we reach what science on this planet calls the quantum level. Beyond the quantum are quarks. This is the most refined, smallest knowledge we can study. At this smallest scale, so small it cannot be seen with the eye, there is a clear emptiness at the core, a nucleus at the very center. Around it revolves a mass of energy, and this mass of energy performs the function of fabricating and shaping what encloses it. I compare it to electrons and protons, which have positive and negative charges with neutrons in the middle. These three work around the nucleus, inducing, binding, and forming shapes and appearances, creating the formations. Our mind is already a natural element, existing as it is, complete as it is. The entire universe is formed from this smallest primal element. In truth, all is of one essence. In the pure, clear emptiness of the universal element, where there is no universe at all, no stars, nothing, it is all one substance. I call this the womb of the universal element. Within it, everything is united as one. All of us, every mind that has come to dwell in a vessel, whether in the form of human, animal, or any other appearance, whether in a subtle body or otherwise, we are the mind, the life element, the clear, pure essence. We are all one substance, yet we create formations that wrap around us, separating into mine and yours in order to learn. We separate ourselves from the primal element. We create this bubble of fabrication to enclose ourselves, and thus separation arises. The clear emptiness within the bubble is, in fact, the same as the clear emptiness of the universal element, yet it is divided by the formation, the bubble that encloses itself. I call this the subtle body. Once we have created this formation around ourselves, we can then perceive. Imagine, if something strikes the bubble senses it and produces an effect. It may ripple, it may display colors, arising from whatever kind of contact occurs. All of this is simply the functioning of the bubble. These are only formations. They are not the mind itself, not the life element, which is pure, clear emptiness. Do you see? Our pure, clear life element is inside the bubble, separated by this bubble of fabrication. If there were no fabrication, no bubble, imagine it bursting. The clear emptiness within would merge seamlessly with the universal element. But because it is enclosed and obscured by this bubble of fabrication, separation seems to exist. That's all. This bubble of fabrication manifests as the faculty of knowing. Whenever anything touches the bubble's surface, it is immediately known. Right now, do you hear my voice? That is the manifestation of knowing. Can you see that it knows by itself, without intention, without training? It is knowing all the time. It knows on its own. Then where is this me? Let the mind answer. If we incline inward deeply enough, we will see there is no me in this world at all. The voice you hear me speaking now is just a ripple of the bubble. And the voice that is constantly speaking in our own mind, the one we call thinking, that's it. We are thinking all the time. That inner voice, whether it remains in the mind or comes out in speech, can you see that it is thinking by itself? When this is seen, deeper understanding arises. It is this very voice that fabricates everything, giving rise to the entire world. This is a world of fabrication. a world where thought assigns value and meaning to everything. If one truly sees this, a lightness and spaciousness will arise. All the knowledge we have held about being human will collapse in that moment. There will be a profound lightness, as though we have stepped out of the very identity of being a person. Whoever can see these two aspects, that the act of knowing knows by itself, and that thinking thinks by itself, and that mental images arise on their own, will also see that these are simply ripples of the bubble. And emotions, whether pleasant emotions of satisfaction and happiness, unpleasant emotions of dissatisfaction and suffering, neutral emotions, calmness, or any other state such as anger, hatred, resentment, malice, joy, sadness, gloom, rapture, or contentment, are all the same. Can you see that they are merely the workings of the bubble? They are simply movements, vibrations within it. I compare them to colors. Emotions are the colors of the bubble. Each time something strikes it, it ripples. The bubble behaves like this. It ripples and produces colors. If the colors are dark and murky, these are the emotions of suffering, the defiled side. If the colors are bright and white, these are the emotions of happiness, the side of satisfaction. We want the bright colors of pleasant emotions and do not want the dark colors of unpleasant emotions. But do you realize? They are only colors of the bubble, projections displayed to the mind, to the pure, clear, empty life element within the bubble, so that it may learn. Picture yourself as the clear, empty element inside the bubble. We create these fabricated conditions, the bubble, to enclose us like an atmosphere. We form the subtle body, the shape of fabrication, to surround us. This allows us to sense what strikes us, to ripple, and to produce colors. Now, this subtle body, the bubble's form, attracts and binds itself to material elements, to the physical body. This is where we begin to fabricate the identity of being an animal or a human. There are countless physical bodies made of material elements, waiting for us to inhabit as animals. The chance of obtaining a human vessel is only 0.000000001%, almost impossible. One must be extraordinarily fortunate to gain a human body. I speak here in simple scientific terms, enough to convey the point. This body, do we not just dwell in it temporarily? A simple question: we inhabit each body, whatever form it takes. If it is the body of a mosquito, how long does a mosquito live? Its body lasts only a short time. Some animals live just a single day. Some live 7 days, a month, 7 months, 1 year, 7 years, whatever the span. Every body exists only to break apart. It cannot remain for long. Do you understand this? Can you accept this truth? I am not asking you to believe me. I am telling you a truth for you to know. To awaken the mind, we must understand this whole structure. Then awakening will be simple. As I have said, I have no doubt. On the day I turned inward, awake within, I saw thought. I saw the voice speaking in the mind. And then it burst open, tears fell. I realized that everything in this world is a world of thought. Who would have guessed? Everything is the world of thought, the world of the bubble we ourselves have created in order to learn. We made these tools for learning. Understand? If we truly see this, we will not suffer over anything in this world. Do you want to be free from suffering? You want pleasant emotions and not unpleasant ones. But do you see? Pleasant and unpleasant emotions, satisfaction and dissatisfaction, good moods and bad moods, calmness and neutrality, they are the same thing. If we cannot understand something this simple, we will never be free from suffering. We will keep revolving in the cycle of form, dying and being born without end, living only to suffer endlessly. There will be no end to birth. We will be born only to die in vain, though in truth, we are never truly born. nor do we ever truly die. We have never been born, we have never died. We are the immortal element, the life element, formless, clear, and utterly pure. The only problem is, we have not known it. Ignorance has been with us all along. You could say that we lack the essential knowledge of wisdom. This absence of wisdom is the reason we have created bubbles of mental fabrication, wrapping ourselves within them. We rely on voice for communication all the time. Within each voice, each word carries meaning. The word word has its meaning. The word that has its meaning. The word good has a meaning so deep you could write an entire book about it. The word bad also carries enough meaning to fill a book. The word go has layers of detail that could take up pages. The words come, birth, exist, end, suffering, happiness, truth, falsehood, each carries meaning that could be elaborated into a book. Every word contains meaning within itself, and these meanings are so abundant they could fill volumes. This world is a world of thought and fabrication we have created. It is called the conventional world, Loka Sammuti. Have you ever heard of it? We have become caught and lost in this conventional world, a world fabricated by agreement. We agree to call ourselves human. We agree to call that creature an ant, that one a termite, another a dog, a cat. We assign names to them. We even agree that we ourselves have a name and a family name. Do you see? We agree that today is Tuesday. But where is Tuesday? Look around. Look up to the sky. Look beneath the ground. Where is Thursday? Where is Friday? We agree that this is a person, that is an animal. Looking more closely, we agree that this is a father, this is a mother, this is a child, an uncle, an aunt, a friend. We agree that this is the left leg, that is the right leg, this is the big toe, the index finger, the middle finger. Look at your own hand. Does it say anything? It is only the voice that says, this is the left hand, this is the right hand, isn't it? Look carefully. Do these things themselves say anything? All phenomena are simply things known. Look at that tree. Does it speak its name? Look at the plants, so many of them. Do they have names? Do they say what they are called? Or is it only the voice speaking in the mind, the voice that is spoken aloud, that says these words? Who can see the mental fabrications, the voice that speaks within, assigning value and meaning through conventional language to all things? It says, that is grass, that is a weed, that is a mango tree, a coconut tree, a lime tree, an apple tree. This is the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is daytime, this is nighttime. But where are these things, really? Do they speak for themselves? It is only this voice that says them. If someone hears this and tears fall as insight bursts forth, I rejoice with you. We will not suffer any more. But if someone hears this and still feels confused, unable to grasp the essence, there's no need to ask why. If I were to divide people into 4 kinds, like the lotus analogy, the first group, the wise, would need less than a minute of hearing this to feel suddenly light and free, just as I did. I saw my own thoughts and kept seeing them all the time. When I realized that thought itself creates the entire story, I understood the nature of the mind. From that moment on, I kept seeing thought constantly. The moment I understood, I made a firm resolve. From now on, I will see thought at all times, to know where thought arises from, to know where the sense of me resides. After that, I saw thought without pause, from waking to sleeping, in every single moment of the mind, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, eating, drinking, working, speaking, thinking, even in the bathroom. It was seen. When sleeping, it was even clearer. In the bathroom, it was even more peaceful. It was seen in every single moment, even now as I speak. Driving, it was seen. Eating, it was seen. This seeing became so constant and automatic that there was hardly any sleep at all. From seeing sentences in thought, it became more refined, down to single words. Pa, then gone. Me, then gone. Before they were even spoken, a word would arise suddenly from the mind, like a bubble, swelling and shimmering. That's the bubble's ripple. That's it. It sees the appearance of a bubble, pop, and the moment it is seen, it bursts. Boom! It is seen, and it bursts. Seen again, and it bursts again. It's like when a voice suddenly arises from within, appears for a moment, and then vanishes. Boom! Just like that. Pop, pop, pop. It happens so quickly because the mind is thinking all the time. There is never a single moment when it doesn't think. It is constantly thinking within, and I see it all the time as well. This is not a matter of intention, not something you force by trying to stare or focus. Listen to my talks often and you will understand. We are the mind, the life element without form. We have created bubbles to wrap around ourselves. These bubbles which now function to receive and know, like hearing this voice right now. If we can see that what is knowing all on its own, then ask, so where is the me? Let the mind itself answer. Whenever realization dawns that this is not me, it is like a bubble bursting, 𝙤𝙗𝙗, and we become the emptiness that pervades the entire elemental universe. We know this very element is what we are. The sense of being human collapses completely. It is open, vast, and radiant, radiance flooding the whole elemental universe, crystal clear. This brightness is the light of wisdom itself. Then there arises a sense of wonder, extraordinary knowing beyond what humans can comprehend. But no matter how it appears, in the end, it is nothing at all. I have seen thought continuously until it becomes just a word, and then it bursts. A single word arises, pop, before it is even spoken. Just ow, and it bursts. It's not even formed into a sentence, just a sudden pop. It cannot be put into human language. The moment it is known, bang, the fabricating process shatters. It is simply known. This happens by itself, arising from understanding. Grasp the principle, understand it deeply, and it will awaken on its own. The mind will awaken. Whenever you listen to my talks often enough, your mind will awaken. If you keep listening to them regularly, make a firm resolve that you will not cling to thought, imagination, emotion, or the act of knowing at all. Let this be your final lifetime. Resolve that you will listen to my talks until your last breath. Make this commitment, then incline your mind to listen, not to think, not to memorize. Just keep listening. Your only task is to observe. No need to concentrate or stare. Simply observe. Who is knowing right now? Who is smelling? Who is hearing the sound of cars right now? Who is hearing the birds? Who is hearing any sound? Who is smelling? Who is tasting the food in your mouth? Who is tasting right now? Who is seeing at this moment? Who feels heat? Who feels cold? Just observe. Don't speak. Don't think. Just observe this. Simply notice the voice speaking in your mind. Who is speaking? Just observe inwardly without focusing or straining, without trying. I say, do not memorize, do not think, do not use the brain, only understand. Your sole duty is to understand. If you listen to my talks often, it won't take long to realize the mind. But because most of us are entangled in the world of fabrication, relying on mental fabrication and thought, it obstructs us completely. It covers us all the time, making it hard to understand easily. This is why you must listen a lot, letting go of all your old knowledge. Make yourself an empty cup. Listen carefully. Abandon all the knowledge you have gathered in this world. Be like an earthworm that doesn't need a brain. Just feel, feel, feel. Listen to my talks and keep feeling. Observe inwardly. Who is knowing? Who is speaking inside? Where is this me? Ask yourself, then observe, without deliberate effort, without wanting anything. Listen to my talks and live your life normally, and it will happen on its own. Hold firmly to this principle. I am speaking clearly now. You must not struggle, not try to know, see, or awaken, because that effort will mean there is a me in every moment. To realize this pure element, there must be no effort from a self involved at all. In the life element, empty, clear, and utterly pure, there is no fabrication whatsoever. Yet we have come to believe that this body is who we are. This is the outer layer of self. But the outer layer, the physical body, is not us. We have also come to rely on what seems like a second layer of self, the subtle body, which is thought, imagination, emotion, and the act of knowing. This ongoing activity of fabrication, this voice, this knowing, this imagining, these emotions, these memories, all of these are not us. They are merely conditions, merely bubbles wrapping around us. Understand this. If we can see that these two layers of self are not us, then the question naturally arises, where is the self? It is like this. Erase the body, no body remains. What is left? Erase the voice as well. No voice, no thought. What is left? Erase the mental images. What is left? Erase all emotions. Gone are peaceful feelings, neutral feelings, happiness and suffering. What is left? Erase all memory. What is left? Now erase even the act of knowing, no knowing at all. Then, where is the self? The state in which nothing remains. This is life. Only life without form, without gross body, without subtle body, without any fabrication. Vast, clear, utterly pure. This is the original element. This can only be reached when we have completely abandoned the first two layers of self. See clearly that this voice is not truly a voice, but simply something existing in its own way. See the voice as a natural phenomenon that is not us, just as we can look at everything in this world and see it as nature, being what it is. See the arising of all things, see the passing away of all things, and know none of it is me. See the movement that comes and goes, it is not us. See the flow of wind that arises and passes away, it is not us. It is like sitting and watching the road in front of your house. A car passes by, then it is gone. A dog walks past, then it is gone. A person passes by, then they are gone. A speck of dust drifts by, then it is gone. Darkness appears, then fades away. Light appears, then fades away. It is as if we have nothing to do with anything at all. See the nature of sound, how it appears and fades away on its own. See the nature of mental images, how they appear and fade away on their own. See the feeling of happiness appear and fade away. See the feeling of suffering appear and fade away. See all emotions arise and pass away according to their own nature. Nothing needs to be done, just see nature arising and dissolving according to its own course. And see the act of knowing itself. It knows on its own, it fades away on its own. See everything mentioned here as simply being what it is, ownerless, not us, not ours. See contact itself as nothing more than formless, ownerless nature, no one owning anyone, nothing bound to anything else. Free from all conditions, see these fabricated phenomena as they truly are. When they are seen, let them be. If there is awareness in time, see that it is known in time, then it fades away. If there is no awareness in time, see that too. It arises and fades away. See the voice that says, I am aware in time. See how that voice speaks and then vanishes. See the voice that says, I was not aware in time, how it appears and then disappears. See the present moment dissolve in the present moment. See that the one who knows is in truth no one at all. This is seeing the working of the bubble, seeing it exist as it is, seeing it as worthless. When we no longer depend on any of these things, free from these natural phenomena by understanding deeply that they are simply currents of nature, existing in their own way, we begin to loosen our grip on them. The bubble we have created to wrap around ourselves, made up of countless fabrications, will gradually thin, thinner and thinner, until it bursts, flack. Then only emptiness remains, merging completely with the elemental universe. We are this pure element. In this purity there is no suffering at all. The mind is utterly pure. There is not even the smallest speck of suffering within it. It has no shape, no form, nothing to indicate that there is a self here. And this is our true nature, formless, beyond language, beyond all fabrication. We are pure, and this purity is nothing like what we imagine. It is beyond thought. Within it, there is no language, but right now I am using language to communicate with you because you happen to believe that this is a voice. Do you understand? This is not a voice. Who can see that it is not a voice? Who can see that it is simply something? Who can see even more subtly that it is nothing at all? This seeing does not come from thinking, not from memory, not from any fabrication, not even the smallest particle of it. This is transmission from mind to mind. I have spoken very clearly. I always tell you, incline the mind to listen. Listen with the mind. This is extremely subtle knowing, beyond conventions, and it needs to be explained in detail. Let me make it clearer again. We all use our voices to speak and communicate so that we can understand each other, right? I use these things to communicate so that you can understand. This is human language. But in truth, I do not rely on anything at all. This right here is what human beings cannot understand. So let me first speak in a way humans can understand. We use voice as a tool to communicate, correct? But we do not truly need the voice. We need the understanding. Do you see? It is like going to catch fish. We use tools to catch them, but we do not want the tools. We want the fish. Or like wanting to explore beyond this world, out in the universe. We need to build tools, spaceships, spacesuits, and food to survive in space, correct? But we do not want those things. We want to learn, we want knowledge. Yet we have become lost in the tools. We have become lost in this body. The body is merely a tool. It does not last long. It will die soon. Time is short. Realize the mind now. You have a mind, yet you do not know the mind. When this body breaks apart and dies, our mind will go in search of another body, and we will keep finding a new body again and again. As long as we do not know that we are the mind, the life element that is empty, clear and pure, and that all things are not us, we will continue to seek new bodies without end, without limit. If we still desiring pleasant emotions and not wanting unpleasant ones, we will remain in this cycle endlessly. Remember this, and we will suffer until our tears run like blood. We have been through this countless times. The bones we have left behind are piled higher than all the mountains of this world combined. We have been everything, have taken bodies as animals and humans of every kind, from single-celled creatures up to this very day. We have had children without numbers, parents without numbers, husbands, wives, and families without numbers. We keep getting lost in the same old things. We are not lost in anything new. We become lost in thinking the body is us. We become lost in the subtle body, the thoughts, mental images, emotions, and the act of knowing, which are nothing but bubbles. We take these things we ourselves have created and mistake them for me. We become lost in the tools we have made. We create these fabrications, the bubbles, to wrap around ourselves, and then we move. Yet in truth we are the pure element that does not move. But we fabricate, we wrap ourselves in these bubbles, and movement arises. This gives rise to time, to the dimension of time, to the dimension of space, and to the dimension of fabrication itself, thought, imagination, emotion, the act of knowing. It becomes the dimension of energy, the dimension of the subtle body. We created it, yet we do not know, because no one has told us or taught us. This is why I must teach you the detailed knowledge of awakening to the mind. This talk is very detailed. Listen to it often. You will be increasingly amazed. Many wonders will arise within you. When anyone listens to my talks, listens until my voice resounds within the mind, many wonders will arise within you, and you will not suffer. It does not take long. Make a firm resolve. Now let's continue. We make use of tools in order to understand. As long as we do not yet understand that we are the pure, clear element. Yes, we are the mind, but let's set aside the word mind for now. We are the pure, clear element. Only then will we understand what we truly are. To understand this, we must use tools. So we create bubbles, we create fabrications, we create language, create voice, create images, create emotions, create the act of knowing, create memory. We create these tools and then dwell temporarily in this vessel, the body. Soon this body will break apart and we will go in search of another body. But the bodies of animals have no ability to understand the mind or the pure element. Only a human body can understand this. We are already very fortunate, so realize it quickly. In truth, I even have a way to help the subtle bodies, the consciousnesses dwelling within bubbles, waiting for a body to be born, not yet embodied. I can help all of them. In the end, every mind will return to the elemental universe, merged as one with it, never again wandering through the cycle of birth into form. We have long sought a way to be free from suffering, free from the cycle. Some have practiced for 20 years, some 5 years, some 40, 50, 60, or even 60, 70 years. It does not matter how. Whatever we do, however many bubbles or tools we create, the body is only a tool. Whoever clings to the body is mistaken. We create bubbles of thought, imagination, emotion, and knowing as tools. Whoever clings to these tools is mistaken. I say this in terms of right and wrong for clarity's sake. The point is, have you awakened to the mind yet? Have you realized that you will no longer be born? Have we yet realized fully with our whole heart that we are free from suffering? That it is like this in every moment, without end? That there is no feeling left of being human? Have we come to this yet? If not, then listen to my talks. Abandon all your old knowledge completely. Listen only to the talks. Do you understand the phrase, be an empty cup? Empty all the old knowledge. Be like emptiness with nothing in it. Ready to receive the transmission from mind to mind. Do not be like a cup already full of water. Nothing more can be added. If we cling to the knowledge we already have, we will never understand, because we are still wrapping ourselves in bubbles. We will not be able to realize the Dhamma element of our own nature as long as we keep creating fabrications to wrap around ourselves. We use this voice, these mental images, emotions, and the act of knowing as tools for understanding. What we seek is only the understanding of what we truly are. That is all. Therefore, we must not cling to these tools. Try letting go of them. Try bursting the bubble. If we can burst this bubble, if we no longer even depend on this voice, let the voice do its work, but do not cling to it. Let it speak as it will. We will simply see that it is not us. Just observe and see that the voice speaking is not us. The bubble will burst. See that the act of knowing is not us knowing. It knows on its own. See this, and the bubble will burst. See that voice, mental images, and emotions are merely conditions flowing out of the pure element, beginning to form the shape of a bubble around us. Just see these conditions as they stream out and then dissolve. Do not create them into a bubble to wrap around yourself, ever. Let the manifestation of voice arise and dissolve in its own way. Let the manifestation of mental images arise and dissolve in their own way. Let all emotions, whether happiness, suffering, satisfaction, dissatisfaction, neutrality, or calm, function according to their own nature and dissolve according to their own nature. Do not try to train or maintain the mind, ever. Do not do anything with the mind, ever. Because there is no us in this world. Do not forget these words. We have never truly been born into this world. Nothing has ever been us. There is only purity. It is time to return home, return to purity. We simply observe the natural knowing. It functions on its own. Then where is the self? See it clearly. It is like, hey, who heard that sound? The instant it clicks, it bursts. Or, hey, who is speaking? The instant it clicks, it bursts. Understand deeply that these are only tools we have long been lost in and clung to. From now on, we will be free from these tools, whenever we abandon them completely, with the clear knowing that they are merely manifestations streaming out from our pure element. This voice is only a manifestation from the pure element, then dissolving. It becomes clear how worthless it is to us. The same with mental images. Worthless. The same with all emotions. Worthless. Whether they are happy or suffering, it is their own affair. They hold no value for us. When we do not cling to any condition, there is lightness, there is openness, and there is no arising in the dimension of the bubble. We allow the act of knowing, the act of remembering, whether it remembers or not, whether it knows in any way, to simply arise and dissolve as it will, streaming out from our pure element. We understand deeply that we are not these things. Voice is not us. Mental images, emotions, the act of knowing, these are not us. We are not them. When suffering arises, do not cling to suffering, for we are not the emotion of suffering. When happiness arises, do not cling to happiness, for we are not the emotion of happiness. We simply see, so this is how it works, and we understand it is not us. Burst. No need for effort, no need for intention. Listen to the talks in a relaxed way, live in a relaxed way, observe in a relaxed way, and lightness and ease will naturally arise. We have never been born into this world. We are the life element, formless, radiant, utterly pure. There is no need to desire to meet it, no need to desire to see it. We simply do not cling to any condition. Let the act of knowing, the act of thinking and fabricating, arise and dissolve according to their own nature. There is no us in these conditions. Just observe and understand, nothing more. Light, open, and at ease moment by moment. Then the bubble will burst, bang, and we will know we are free. Nothing remains. Tears will flow uncontrollably, for there is no more suffering. We are liberated. We will know it for ourselves, just as one who has eaten to fullness knows they are full. It is now time to end here. May all of you who incline your minds to listen to my talks realize the truth of your own mind swiftly and suddenly, each and every one of you. If you're interested in these teachings on awakening, mind observation, and transcending suffering through wisdom, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your insights in the comments, provide productive feedback, and if you find this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.